Well, owners of the plane this afternoon invited photojournalist Todd Gaertner on board.
The airplane was originally built in 1929. It's one of 199 that Henry Ford built. Really the primary airplane or the seat airplane for many of the airlines that we know of now.
Once I was dressed, I picked a makeup station to achieve maximum scarosity. Let the transformation begin.
Videographer Todd Gaertner got a rare look behind the scenes as crews build one of our new 13 ABC Cherokees.
Most of us don't think much about what it takes to put our vehicle together. Swimming is second nature to Ryan Stevens.
I basically learned how to swim before I could walk.
Get on the ground, don't move, or I will shoot you.
Betty Collins has a gun and she's not afraid to use it.
I said, get on your knees, and he hesitated, and I'm like, I'm not joking. Do you see how big this gun is? It's fully loaded.
They're part of Ice Creations, a 5-person operation in Napoleon.
Corporate events, weddings, graduations.
Photojournalist Todd Gaertner shows you the touching tribute.
Without those sacrifices by the veterans, there would be no freedom.
Firefighter EMTs in Toledo go on tens of thousands of runs every year, and a lot of those emergency calls are for heart attacks. The LifePak 15 is a mobile EKG that's helping the firefighter EMTs save lives.
It's cleaned with soaps and water. It goes into a phosphate stage, which is the first coating that goes on the paint. We dip everything so it gets into the nooks and crannies of the car, and then we go into an E-coat system, electrostatic coating.
TPD's motorcycle unit is out in full force patrolling hotspot areas.
Whether it's garbage, tall grass and weeds, wood piles, things that can attract rats. So that's kind of what we're looking for every day, all day.
One of those volunteers, Sharon Alexander, has been doing this for nearly 50 years.
Photojournalist Todd Gaertner shares her story.
It's very important that we take time and do this for them.
James Jones?
James Jones. I did it with my family, with my father at first, and then with the rest of my family and my husband, and we just continue to do it.
Now might be a good time to mention, do not try this at home.
We know that, like the perfect moments are today and tomorrow, and pack as much in as you possibly can. So we say live like crazy, and I do feel crazy, so we must be doing it.
And then each dog goes through rigorous performance certification at least once a year. The dogs are certified to sniff out 4 categories of drugs: marijuana, cocaine, heroin, and methamphetamines, as well as derivatives of those drugs like crack and ecstasy.
Folks coming out to fly the airplane should expect that they'll get a 20-minute flight, roughly 15 or 20-minute flight, and they'll get views of the islands. We'll take them out over Marblehead, Catawba. They'll be able to see Kelly's Island.
There have been several generations of the LifePak. The LifePak 15 is the latest model, and it is making a difference in the outcome of a number of emergency cases here in Toledo.
Photojournalist Todd Gaertner sailed on one of the historic ships today. He gives us a look inside the reenactment.
They call me Hangin' Johnny. Hooray, boys, hooray. They call me Hangin' Johnny.
It's an amazing part of American history, and it's right in our backyard, and great to actually experience it.
13 ABC got to see Roth's skills firsthand.
The FedEx Freight Service Center here in Northwood is more than 3 football fields long. It has more than double the capacity of the old building on Manhattan Boulevard in Toledo.
Those repairs involve over 250 feet of new guardrails and new pavement.
Of course, ODOT has plenty of projects going on throughout the area, but obviously this particular project wasn't planned. ODOT officials say they actually had to pull crews off other projects just to get this road open as soon as possible.
We flip the car to make it ergonomically friendly for the operators, and then we also apply underbody coatings for sound deadening. And as this car comes out, it flips back over. The coatings makes it very tight as you're going through and driving the car later on.
2, 6, 3, 2, 6, 3.
13 ABC went along with officers as they patrolled streets off of Sylvania Avenue. Officers say there's been a rash of burglaries in the area.
We're also looking up and down, trying to see if we can see any suspicious people, any suspicious activity.
Ryan trains every day for his Lake Erie swim for at least an hour, but most of his training's been in a pool, which is much different than what he'll be faced with in Lake Erie.
Swimming in a pool, you've got a line on the bottom, tells you where you are.
In Napoleon, Tony Gaptis, 13 ABC, Action News.
The most important holiday where we recognize those who gave everything.